We're now going to hear from Anthony of the Choice Alliance Group. He's a senior partner in their wealth management practice. So over to you, Anthony.
Thanks, Steve, for the introduction. As mentioned, I'm Anthony Roberts, a senior partner and wealth manager at Choice Alliance Group. Today I'm going to introduce who we are, what we do, and how we help people that move to Spain. I'm just going to share my screen. Excellent. So, Choice Alliance Group, who are we? We're a truly independent organisation. We're advisors based throughout Europe. We're fully regulated and licensed to provide whole of market, transparent financial advice to individuals around the globe. Where are we based? So we specialise at remote-based advice, meaning that wherever you are, we can be on hand to answer any questions that you may have. But we do have physical offices in Villa Martin area in Spain, Dublin in Ireland, and Geneva, Switzerland. What services do we offer? So the first one is UK private pension review. Within the review, we will look at your pensions that you hold. These could be defined benefit schemes or defined contribution schemes. We would give you a full overview of what they're doing for you, what they look like now and in the future, and what you wish to receive in retirement and take an income. So we can see a kind of a full overview of how that looks for you and in your current situation. What impacts your pensions might have with Brexit, what impact it has with you living in a different country in terms of taxes and currency exchange. In addition to this, we'd also look at your state pension so you know the facts and figures. Existing savings and investments. So similar to your pensions, would give you a full overview of your savings and investments to make sure they're still relevant when you're moving to Spain. Key areas to look at are tax implications, costs, and management. Also, any investments with banks need to be reviewed, as currently they're taking steps to close accounts for expats living in Spain. This was recently announced by Barclays in the UK, where they're writing to Spanish UK expats saying they're going to close the accounts towards the end of the year, so they need to find new arrangements. IHT planning, so inheritance tax planning, is often subject to overlooked by people. Depending on your net worth, upon death, you may have to pay inheritance tax in the UK, even though you're living in a different country. So what we would do is we would look at ways to mitigate or reduce this issue. UK mortgage reviews. Even though you're leaving the UK, you may still have a property or a few properties with a mortgage on. We will specialise in looking at those mortgages or mortgage, as a new expat in Spain, and reviewing your current rates, and making sure that you're basically receiving the best rate on the market from your mortgage provider, or is there something better for you? So we can look at that. Lump sum investments. We offer a range of investments to meet our clients' needs that are tax compliant in Spain and to match your investment risk level there as well. So how can we help individuals move into Spain? So you've probably found a property that you want, that you're going to purchase. You've selected a moving date. You may have spoke to John at PSS about your removals. Your next step might be to get your financial affairs in order. That's where we can help. We would sit down with you via telephone, Skype, or Zoom and discuss your current and future financial needs. This normally takes about 50 to 60 minutes, depending on your circumstances, and it's a free initial consultation. Once this part is complete, we would provide a report with our recommendation and a breakdown of what that looks like. And then from there, we would probably hold a further call to discuss that recommendation, where you would answer or ask us any questions that you may have. I just have an example now of a couple that's were planning to locate to Spain and were concerned about their savings and income when they arrive. The couple were 55 and planned to find employment once they'd become settled. As the couple had good working history in the UK, they both amassed private pensions, although they were not permitted to access them until they reached 65 years of age, due to the pensions being defined benefit schemes. We assessed their situation and gave them all the pros and cons of accessing their pension early. Some of the benefits they liked were able to take an amount of capital from their pension tax-free, changing the currency partially to euro, and achieving a flexible income opposed to a rigid structure their current pension was offering. By taking our advice, it gave them a buffer of savings in their current account, but also ensured they had the option of taking an income if they wanted to. Also, they were happy to have their pensions managed and received a regular updates that might come with pension rule changes and also the impact of Brexit. In addition to this, if the clients were unable to find work, it left them the option of withdrawing a regular income as and when they need it. As once it had crystallised, we had crystallised their pensions, the requirement to wait until they were 65 no longer applied. And even if things didn't work out for them in Spain and they decided to return to the UK or elsewhere, we ensured that their pensions were kept in a UK structure to ensure not only the highest level of regulation, but also flexible for the future. This kind of structure is called a SIP, self-invested personal pension. And you can hold a SIP and take its benefits anywhere in the world, including the UK. So if you did decide to return, you're not permitted to continue taking an income. Thank you for listening. Steve is sharing our information at the end. Any questions, please ask away or send us an email.